Merry Christmas everyone! Here are some dangers you need to be aware of to make sure your birds stay safe this festive season. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic week. In today's video, we are talking about some household dangers you need to be aware of if you have pet birds. Now, Christmas and the festive season is always great fun to spend time with our family and eat good food as well, but we need to make sure that these little babies are staying safe too, because unfortunately, there's a lot of things in our homes that could be dangerous and toxic for them. So let's go through a few of them today. Now, the first one, which we talk about in so many danger videos, but is really important, is toxic cookware. We're talking about non-stick cookware, Teflon, PTFE, PFOA, anything that could be non-stick is going to be very, very dangerous for your birds. It's not worth having in the house, not worth using, and you need to make sure that you don't have any of that in your house, because if you do use it, there is a serious risk to your birds. Same with this, unfortunately, a lot of really on-trend appliances can also contain non-stick coatings that you may not be aware of. Things like slow cookers and air fryers. So make sure you're investigating before you buy any of these kind of appliances to make sure they don't have any of these hidden coatings in there. Similarly, things like turkey bags. People often cook their turkeys in these plastic bags. They are very, very dangerous. I cannot stress that enough. Please do not even bring them into your house. Some of these foil trays as well, sometimes they have a non-stick coating. It's really good just to double check everything. And it does take a lot of time and effort and worry, but we want to make sure that we're keeping our birds safe. Similarly as well, it's not something that's super common in the UK, but I thought I'd mention it, is self-cleaning ovens. If you use those, it is going to be a very, very bad outcome for your birds. They are terrible. Even oven cleaners in general are really bad for birds. Always just make sure we do anything that is going to be bird safe. There are also lots of traditional Christmas plants which are going to be unsafe for birds. Things like poinsettias, which are beautiful, but you can't have them in your home with your bird. Holly, ivy, and of course, kissing under the mistletoe is not going to happen either, because mistletoe is also toxic for birds. Now, there may also be some human treats about, things like sweets and chocolate, salty snacks, and depending on your age, maybe alcohol as well. And all of those things should not be offered to your birds under any circumstance. So if your bird is out and about and roaming and things, make sure they can't accidentally find their way into the sweet box or have a little sip from your glass, because again, we don't want to be putting our birds in a position where they could come into any danger. And of course, finding an avian vet is hard enough as it is, but around, the holidays, it's even harder, and they close and it's just a nightmare. So we need to be making sure that they're staying safe anyway, but it's also quite challenging to find a vet in the holidays as well. Now, of course, we need to talk about the tree. We have our beautiful cockatiel on top of ours. David got that for me a little while back, and that can be a danger in itself. Of course, having all these lovely decorations around, we don't want our birds chewing these things. It's not going to be good for them to chew, especially if they're plastic, or the wires on the lights as well. We definitely don't want them chewing that either. So we can have these decorations up, that's no problem, but we need to, as we should anyway, be supervising our birds when they're having out of cage time to make sure they're not getting up to mischief. They do like to get involved in some of these things that look exciting and shiny and colourful, so just keep them away from your tree. They can look at it from a distance, but you don't want to encourage them to interact with these decorations. Now, having friends and family over is obviously a very exciting part of Christmas, but some of our friends and family may not know how to interact with our birds or how to respect them. So we need to teach them what's acceptable and what's not. We need to teach them not to open any cages without permission, not to open any windows or doors if there are birds out, to just kind of leave them be. And you may choose to actually just have your bird in another room while you have guests, just so they can have peace and quiet and be away from all of the commotion and excitement and loud noises. Speaking of loud noises, things like pulling your crackers, that may be kind of scary to birds because there's so many different stimuli going on that's not normal. So it can be quite a stressful experience for birds at this time of year. So it's good to just bear in mind that if you are having guests, it may be worth tweaking your routine just to make sure your birds are staying as calm as possible. And the last danger I wanted to talk about in today's video, which you may not think about, is keeping your home warm. We want to make sure that our homes are staying nice and warm for our health and for our birds' health as well. So making sure it's the right temperature is really important. Kind of keeping it quite steady as well, so there's not huge temperature fluctuations, because that can stress your bird out, which then weakens their immune system. We want to make sure we're keeping our homes as warm as we can. Obviously, with the cost of living crisis, it can be a bit tricky. But if we're keeping our homes warm, we're going to keep us healthy and our birds. And also make sure you're not using unsafe heating methods like space heaters. Again, a lot of those have non-stick coatings, so you need to be super careful with that as well. Now, those are my dangers. There are, of course, many, many more. If you you'd like to share some in the comments so we can all learn from each other and keep our birds safe, I would love to hear from you. I also wanted to mention as well that coming out on David's channel is a festive gift guide for bird lovers. So make sure you head over to the Parrot Teachers, just check that one out so you can see what kind of gifts you can get either for a loved one, maybe even treat yourself because you deserve it. I also have Christmas treats on this channel that I've made in the past, where we've made Christmas chop and little fruity Santas and things like that. So make sure you are checking out my channel as well. Use the search function, there will be a little magnifying glass on my channel. Search Christmas and you'll find some other videos on there. But that does bring me to the end of the video. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful time of year. We are going to have a lovely time with the birds and with each other, and we're going to play some games and watch some films and eat the good food, which is super important. But I want to say a massive thank you for being here and for supporting my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos. I hope you have an amazing Christmas, happy holidays, season's greetings, and all that stuff, and I hope you have a wonderful time. But thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you later.